Okay, so this is a review of the sweeps, basic sweeps we're doing. And I want all of you to know that you can do as a drill, a continuous drill, where you sweep the person and they come up, you come up on top, they do an escape, the elbow escape, put you in guard, and then you do the same sweep back. I'm just gonna do it myself, have him go over, and then we'll start again with me doing it. So we're not gonna do the actual cycle back and forth. In some cases there's always more details, but I'm going to give the basic level of detail to get through the sweep correctly. There's always variations as well. Every one of these sweeps has multiple variations. We're not getting into that now. That comes later once you've got these. All right, scissor sweep. Hold the elbow or wrist, hold the head, feet on the mat, hips out to the side, pull them on top of your hips. My chest is turning downward toward the mat, shoulder is sliding away. Okay, I can't face the sky when I do it. And then I kick my legs in opposite directions. And I hold on to him and follow him over. He pulls me on top of him. That's the nice thing about a lot of sweeps. You hit your ride. Here, rocking chair sweep. I either grab the elbow or the wrist to prevent him from posting his hand out here. Trap the arm. Hook his leg. Do not put your feet or your foot on the mat. Just swing out. Swing your leg and hip nice and high so you gather momentum, and then nice big arc, take him over, and then follow him to the top. All right? A lot of these basic sweeps end up with you mounted. In the long run, the more advanced sweeps you learn, very few of them lead to the mount. Most of them lead to side control. Some of them lead to just putting on their back and you have to pass the guard. So it varies. The resulting position will vary quite a bit. So that's your rocking chair sweep. Third sweep, he stands up, and my guard is still closed. I open my guard, my hips drop, my knees come together, I grab his ankles. My knees come up, my hips come up, pushing into his chest and backward, like that. As he falls, I grab his wrist, so that his falling momentum carries me up, post behind me. Now, since my left hand is posted behind me, my right knee goes to the mat first. My hips go forward first, not my head, and I come up to mount. Okay? And again, he would do an elbow escape from here, and he would repeat that sweep right back to me. So now, he stands up again. I go to do this sweep. He might counter it by grabbing my head and keeping his head over my head. And I can't take him back. All right? So I go to the wrist. I grab his wrist, my feet slip in to his hips, and I can bring him over, bring him up and right over, and follow him over by keeping my feet on his hips. He'll bring me over. The two of us are like halves of an oblong wheel. We roll together. All right? He backs away, and I sit up and I scoot in. So essentially the butterfly guard, a seated butterfly. And I've got an underhook on this side, but I'm off to the side. I'm only sitting on one cheek, sitting on my right buttock. And I trap his arm, pull it to me, I lie on my shoulder, sideways, and I kick my leg nice and high. And follow through to modified scarf. Here, now you're seeing we're ending up with very side control positions, not just a mount. Okay? Crossover hook sweep. All right, I get him to, or he does it on his own, I get him to put his hands on the mat, or even just one hand. I secure that wrist, although the order might change, where I just sit up first, trap the arm, then grab the wrist. I encircle it, I'm going for a kimura, but he brings it in, or I bring it in. And I trap the wrist, so he can't put his hand out here. I post my arm behind me so that I can raise up nice and high. My feet are on the mat, hips as high as you can go, and then look in the direction you're taking him over. You attach him to you, you turn over, he turns over with you. I go for that same sweep, but as I'm going for it, I can't get him, and I can't get the kimura. So I go around like I'm going for a guillotine. But instead of getting the guillotine, he might block that. I go underhook, right here. Now his head is trapped, and I have a unique kind of torque I can get against his neck and shoulder. Join my hands, I lie back, and I'm going to slide my hips out to the right as I look to the left. And since he's attached to me, and there's this irresistible pressure turning him, I step over and come up to mount. All right, so there's that as a follow-up. he stands up again. Actually we'll do this. He's down. I go for the rocking chair or a cross arm lock. And he pulls his arm out. And I rotate further. I'm holding his wrist now. I could go for omoplata, but instead, whether it's kneeling or standing, I'm going to go forward and then turn over, bring him all the way over, keeping a hold of his arm and his leg throughout. That's your barrel roll. From here, I may have to turn to the legs, come up, cover his hips. I might be able to turn toward his head, but beware, if you turn toward their head, they might get your back off of the sweep. So he stands up again. This time, from feet on hips. I have several sweeps. One is your hammer sweep. So I rotate to one side, get a cross grip, left to left. Get the ankle, switch my feet. Foot on the hip, the distant leg, I'm hooking behind the knee. I'm pushing his hips while blocking him from stepping in that direction. He falls, I fold that leg under me, and I come up. With a posted leg in front, my knee can go either direction to pass. Make sure you get the underhook though. But you are passing guard after that sweep. Now he does a little counter to that. When I'm here, he pushes that knee and steps past. As he does that, I switch to the other ankle, other wrist, foot goes to the other hip, and I cut in with this leg and push his hips over. Notice I come up, I pull my leg back. I don't leave it here because he might heel hook me. Yeah, so I keep it back and ready to pass. All right, he stands up again. This time, I've got his wrist. I go down and around his ankles, his knees that is, not his ankles, and I pinch his knees together. I pull him on top of me so his weight is under my control. You have several variations. You can go both arms to one side. You can even arm drag and pull his lat over and fill him out. All right? Or you can, just to give you an example of how many variations there are of any of these sweeps, you can also cross his arms and pull him over, and then as his shoulders turn, he falls next to my shoulder. And now, sort of humbly, the head, and I come up with my hips. Okay, I think that's the list. There are other basic sweeps, by the way. We get a basic list together of, say, 24, and say each of those has 5 variations. How many you got then? 125 or so? Then you get into advanced sweeps, half guard sweeps, add another 75, 80. You got over 200 sweeps. I was once asked to put together a list, and my list was over 200 items long. That was a long time ago. More sweeps have been developed since then.